Imagine the sport's youngest superstar stepping onto the pitch to face its most established legend. This is the grand, quiet stage for a transfer of power, an arena waiting for a collision between two different eras of history. For 20 years, Cristiano Ronaldo has occupied the peak of this sport. He is the undisputed king of the modern era, holding a position of dominance that few in history have ever matched. 2 decades of record-breaking performances did more than secure trophies. They shifted the expectations of the entire sport, making high-volume scoring a seasonal requirement for any player aiming for the top. But elite athletics are governed by a biological clock. Time eventually forces out even the most dominant figures, leaving a massive structural void where a legend used to be. This timeline maps that void. When you chart 20 years of his compounding goal-scoring records against the historical baseline of average players, the statistical gap is massive. The primary tension in the sport today centers on the vacuum left behind. Football must now determine how to maintain its global momentum when its most consistent record breaker finally steps away. In the middle of that looming transition, Lamine Yamal arrived as a sudden disruption to the established order. He is defined by high-level technical skill and a fearless confidence that directly contrasts with the seasoned, serious persona of the older generation. Playing at 16 or 17 years old provides a distinct tactical advantage. Yamal plays without the burden of historical memory, taking creative risks that a veteran player, conscious of past failures, might choose to avoid. This lack of hesitation has a massive sociological impact. Fans who have watched the same legends for 2 decades are now rapidly focusing their attention on this new momentum. You can see the scale of this fan mobilization in the stands. Huge numbers of supporters are shifting their emotional investment toward this new sensation. Yamal represents the sport's natural response to an opening era. He is an emerging focus for the global fan base, arriving to fill the vacuum before it even fully opens. In a hypothetical simulation, you have a collision between 2 different playstyles, Ronaldo's decades of experience against Yamal's raw talent. The mechanics of the dribble and pass highlight the difference. Yamal relies on unpredictable, youthful energy to beat defenders, while Ronaldo uses highly efficient, veteran positioning to wait for the perfect moment to strike. When these opposing forces meet on the field, the physical friction is visible. It is a direct clash between calculated precision and unscripted agility. Even the act of scoring looks different. You have the veteran, who uses willpower and spatial awareness to be in the right spot, facing off against a prodigy who relies on effortless, instinctual strikes. This radar chart maps the differences. The veteran scores high in calculation and positioning, while the youth skews toward raw speed. These stats dictate their zones. The veteran commands high-efficiency penalty areas, while the teenager covers vast, chaotic wings. Watching this matchup keeps the world on the edge of its seat. Every pass and dribble acts as a real-time stress test between the sport's greatest past and its most potent future. This leads to the central question of the next era. Can any player, even one as talented as Lamine Yamal, truly replace Cristiano Ronaldo? The nature of the sport favors evolution over direct replacement. The specific combination of traits that defined the last 20 years cannot be replicated, but they can be succeeded by a new model. We see this in the historical cycle of football eras. The end of one legend's dominance provides the oxygen for a new archetype to be born. As one era's curve descends, it fuels the upward momentum of the next generation. Yamal's value lies in his ability to define his own archetype. He gives a new generation of fans their own original hero to follow, rather than a secondary version of the one that came before. The choice now rests with the fans. Do you support the refined perfection of a 20-year legend, or the limitless, fearless potential of the rising star? Tell us in the comments. Regardless of the choice, the ultimate victor is the self-renewing machine of football itself, a sport that never stands still.